action.
Sweet. Welcome to the OSRS podcast channel where we talk about RuneScape related things with RuneScape related content creators. We did not hit 500 likes again. I'm very ashamed of all of you. We're almost at 3K subs though, and every Sunday we do upload. My name is MitMadCow, and I'm with these sexy people down below.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Rexy here. How's it going?
Hello, what's up again?
And then I'm going to be introducing... You know what? Fucking...
Dude, I'm getting jumpy. I'm sorry.
All right, we got Sears coming live from the Titanic. Thank you for being on, my man.
What's up, my name's Sears. What up?
Looks like Daganov has a present for you, man.
It looks like a spaceship, dude.
Spaceship.
It does. It looks like you're in a spaceship, man. I like it. It looks good. You
Yeah,
need
really
to
cool.
get an alien in the corner or something.
I think it's a boat, dude.
Yeah, no,
I think it looks like a boat. It looks badass.
Yeah, it looks nice. It reminds me of a Boston Aquarium. I don't know, like like the aquarium when it's like dark.
We've never been to the Boston Aquarium.
I've never
You guys
been.
asked me
Any
earlier.
aquarium.
We've
Yeah,
never been
fish
to
tank.
Boston.
Yeah, fish tank, like any aquarium.
Fish tank,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
So we were reading the comments, and we're going to start out with a Q&A on Sears, and we're going to ask him one RuneScape-related question and one personal question, dude. And who wants to start off asking Sears something?
I'll go because I've got
All
nothing, but I have one question. Okay.
All right.
What's your favorite sex position, Sears?
Oh, dude, you're coming at me with that.
Let's hear it.
Oh, man.
And we need a brief
I don't even know all of them, to be
description of
fair. In 2019, there's like 100 different kinds. Might just have to go with like the doggy style, dude. I don't know.
Hey, good stuff.
I thought-
Which end are you on?
that.
That was just an unexpected question, dude. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, that 360.
Well, you can come back to it if you want. If there's something else you prefer, man, think on it. It's fine.
You like a hand on the back of your head, or?
Wait, no, you got a little rat tail, man. Yeah, you definitely.
I shaved it off, dude. I cut it off actually a few days
Dude,
ago.
I've been
Nah,
shaving.
okay,
my
yeah,
nose.
you're better
It
off
gets
without
kinky.
it. Yeah,
It can
yeah.
get kinky with the rat tail, dude.
Dude, I hate my
Uh,
red tail. It's fucking.
Wait, you
It
have
was
a
a
rat
Jedi
tail?
braid, to be fair.
A Jedi
No, I-
braid. What's
I
that?
had it was a side like rat tail. It was right behind my ear, just like the Jedis do, and I had it braided and stuff. It was pretty cool, but it was time for it to get chopped off.
I see. Experimental phase is over.
Oh man. Rice, do you have a question RuneScape related to Sears or sexually related or whatever you got?
I think the sexual stuff is already covered. But all right, pretty easy question. When did you first learn about RuneScape or like get into it, and when you started getting into the
It's
game?
my favorite question. So
Yeah.
I was really good friends with this one chick in 5th grade. I used to spend the night at her house all the time, and her two
we go.
older brothers used to play RuneScape. Before that, I was on like addicting games, and I came over and they made me an account called Yo Mama 753. And that's basically, it was 5th grade. It was, man, best times of my life. Almost like everyone in our class was playing. So all the girls, all the weird kids, just everything.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, you
All
still have
right,
that
man.
account?
And that was 2006, by the way.
Yeah, do you
Okay.
still have that
Oh, there we
account?
go.
Do I have the account still?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure, dude. I actually think I do. I must still have it.
My original account got hacked like 5 times. I'll put that on silent, dude. Okay, so I got 2 questions for you. One, I'll start out with RuneScape. Where'd you get your name from? You know, like obviously,
Well,
but why'd you want to be
This
called
this
Sears?
one's tricky because previously I was my name was Hack to Max, and the YouTube was called RSL7 Vids, and I was doing some hip hop music and just doing a lot of other stuff. I stepped
I
away
liked
for
your
like
intro
6
back then.
months. Yup, the freaking was that Old English?
It was.
Yeah,
I liked
it
it.
was
It was a nice intro back.
Yeah,
I
Thank
know.
you, dude. But yeah, that's how I got into it, and then I came back like after a 7-month break and just wanted a more like professional name or identity. And then my channel was kind of annoying because it was RSL7 Vids, Hack to Max, and then I had a rank 1 Slayer name, so I just changed it to like Sears across the board. And,
I'm surprised
yeah,
no one took that name, dude. Because it's a pretty sweet name.
Thank you,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
Sears. I'm surprised that wasn't. But it's a Z.
There's a
The
Z.
Z.
There's a Z on
The
it.
Z.
As
The
a,
Z.
got an S out
I
there.
I cheated.
Yeah. And then here, all right. What is the worst thing you've ever seen naked?
What?
The worst thing.
My grandma, dude.
Oh my god.
But that's just a weird question.
Yeah.
But okay. Yeah, my
All right,
grandma,
not
dude.
related to you. Not related to you. Because I've
You
seen my
mean like on
grams.
TV or with my own eyes, or what do you mean?
When you walked into something, you got scared.
It was just my grandma, dude, when I was like 7 years old. She had her panties on though, but
I was
Topless.
hoping for something like you went to the gym, you saw some Dragon Balls.
Whoa.
I just
Whoa, dude.
That's actually a funny. Do you guys want to hear my
Oh.
answer to that question?
Yes,
Does it
I would
involve
love to hear
crotch
that.
and
I
butt?
would love to hear that.
Yes.
So this was like, I don't know, like between 5 and 10 years ago. This was a long time ago. My brother, his now wife, but at the time girlfriend.
Oh no.
She was very shy and incredibly awkward. And like she's one of those people that she's a little bit socially awkward and like she doesn't know how to have a conversation and stuff like that. When she was young, she was really bad. And I remember they'd been together for like a year, and me and my brother shared a room at the time. And I walked into the room, and I just remember I just looked down into my brother's bed, and all I could see was my brother on top of her, shagging her, and she was just looking at me, just like staring at me, like the most awkward fucking. I'll never forget that face, dude. It was like a deer in headlights, but she was so awkward, like she couldn't say to him, "Oh my god, your brother's in the room."
Did she not freak out?
She just like froze and was just like looking at me like, yeah, it was bad. And I was just like, oh shit, close the door, went downstairs. 10 minutes later, my brother comes down. He's like, Tom, I'm really sorry, man, but Saffron kicked the Xbox off the shelf. when they were shagging, she kicked the fucking Xbox off the shelf. It was Xbox 360 and it was like in pieces. She had to buy me a new one.
Oh.
Huh.
We've never spoke about it.
Because you walked in, or was the sex so insane that she kicked it off the table or whatever?
I'm guessing so, yeah. She
Probably
must
a bit
have
of
seen me and
both.
really got in the groove.
Oh, shit.
But it was. I'll never forget the face she made, and we've never spoke about it. And that was almost 10 years ago. Obviously, I did see her naked, but that was awkward as fuck.
Yeah. For sure.
That is amazing.
Sounds like
dude.
honestly, Rick, so you can do like a Lifetime original, with
Yeah,
those
I would
stories.
buy that documentary, dude. I'd watch it. Shit, Rakesy scene.
Forget about RuneScape videos, man. Just about story time Rakesy, that's a
There we
that's a
go.
new
I like
segment.
it.
I got a lot of stories, man. Got a lot of stories.
All right,
Make
and
sure you put me as executive producer, thanks.
so Sears, you said you had some questions to ask us before we jumped into the RuneScape stuff, right? Or
Reverse
No, I
Q&A.
just have a couple questions and stuff we can slowly
Okay,
get
all
into.
right,
If
I was
you guys
wondering,
wanna jump in maybe to the updates today or just anything you guys want.
Yeah,
So-
lots of juicy stuff.
there is some juice, man. On Twitter, Solo Mission, if you could bring up his tweet, exposed this highlight channel because he's trying to get, I believe, money for his content, right? He's like, all right, if you use my content, I want to get paid. I think it's fair to say, well, the guy
Oh,
flamed
not
him
here.
back instead of just saying no. He got a strike on his channel, and then when we pulled the tweet up, he said, you're just jealous that I'm making more money from your own content, right? And that's pretty much most of the highlight channels. Most of them just put like 7 ads on a video and just really try to milk that shit. Well, this thing blew up, 500 likes.
Yeah, wow.
Got saw by Bodie, got saw by everything. I don't know how many strikes this man's gonna have on his channel now, but if you scroll down in the comments section, get
man.
fucked, bro.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wait, so what's the backstory to this? Did you say that Solo Mission asked him for money, or?
yeah, you could see it.
All right,
see it.
so
Solo actually tweeted.
I knew a good amount about it, but
Okay.
basically, Soul Mission, he streams and he does YouTube, right? So obviously he uses his own clips for his videos. And
Yep.
this dude, like the RuneScape Highlights channel, he obviously yoinked a few clips off his VOD or something probably, and used it for his highlights. And Soul Mission copyright striked his ass. And then he was like, oh shit, I got copyright strike. So I'm gonna email Mr. Mission here and see if we can retract it. And he was like, and Mission was like, well, I will if you hit me up with $300. And then this is what he said, right? $300 for giving a small Twitch channel exposure. Too funny. Thanks for the last minute. You only strike my video because you're mad that I'm making more money than you from your own content. Anyways, don't worry about it anymore.
You know what the worst part about this is?
Yeah.
The fucking emojis.
Yeah, man. Like, what the
Dude,
fuck?
This is a kid, man. This is a child. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
Nah.
Look at
I mean,
that
either
face.
he's
Right? Look at that little chubby ass face, bro.
Yeah.
Chad,
To
do
be
you
fair,
think-
Solo Mission used emojis as well, though.
yeah, but like honestly,
It's a fat face for
yeah.
it, though, man. Come on, no one likes that one.
yeah.
That's
I've
bad.
never even seen that
True.
one before, man.
I have
neither
not.
do
He's
I.
probably got like an Android or something. I don't know. Which Androids are better? Don't hurt me, Chad.
Yeah, I don't have that on my iPhone.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's an Android user like me.
But so for some chat interaction, man, do you think highlight channels are a good thing or a bad thing. It doesn't have to be hate. Just feel free to slay your opinion, because I feel like the majority of highlight channels are thinking what this guy's thinking, but they don't say it because they're smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right? 'Cause
I
there's
feel,
no way-
I feel like definitely they're making a lot of money, like upwards of $10,000 a month, some of them.
Mhm.
And
And-
RS
yeah.
Moments, you guys know RuneScape Moments just got like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like
some
100K
video-
views a video, bro. No, easily.
Seriously, man.
Yeah,
And the only reason he doesn't
exactly.
upload
And they
anymore.
put 8 ads. They put like 8 or 10 ads. Some of
Yeah,
them.
which multiplies that shit
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
few-fold.
And I'm afraid to put fucking ads that you can't skip on my own videos. These guys put my content on their ads. And fucking people love it. They eat it up, dude.
I'd say the only good thing about it for content creators is it is more exposure, especially for a smaller streamer or something like that. But
Yeah.
If you, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I get people coming into my chat saying, "Hey, dude, I've seen you from like a highlight channel." It's happened a
Really?
little more lately because I'm popping in, but the majority of people who are shown on the highlight channels, they're either well known or they just don't get any promotion. It's not really well done. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind if
no.
someone did it. They didn't fucking clutter with ads. They didn't take gold selling site fucking revenue, and they just kind of did it, right? And they were just, that'd be fine. They give it credit, but that's not usually what happens. They take over the YouTube category. They throw 20 ads on it. Sometimes they promote gold selling sites, and then at the end of the day, they try to brag because you strike their shit for your own content.
Yeah, it's scary, really, when you think about these upload channels. If anything, it hinders small channels and people that are just barely scraping by with the YouTube revenue. Which most YouTubers who do YouTube, they also stream just because YouTube doesn't pay enough to be able to do just one. So the fact that from my personal experience, I remember in one of my finale videos when I was making a build one week, I got a twisted bow in my name, which I happened to be streaming at the time. That clip got taken 2 hours later and uploaded. And my finale video, which in the past usually got almost twice as many views as every other episode, got less views than every single episode because everyone already knew what I got. And it fucked me because at the time I wasn't financially secure whatsoever or stable. And it completely impacted my video and the revenue that I made from it. It's good for channels, for streamers such as AOA, Tube, Skidler, any streamer that doesn't bother with YouTube and doesn't make money.
Agreed.
It's really good for those channels. So I completely understand where those guys are coming from when they're I don't have a problem with these. But for those people that make their money solely from YouTube, and I'd say that's me and pretty much all of us, yeah, it's bad. It's not good for us, that's for sure. But I understand where other people are coming from.
You know what I kind of hate about this? Rice, I linked a video down below. It's Sir Pugger's new vid. So these highlight channels can get away with stealing other people's content, promoting other gambling sites, and putting 10 ads a video. And then you see Pugger here, right? Who he's a good guy. He's trying to make revenue off his own content. Look at his dislike bar from having his own promotional content.
Wait, what was he promoting?
It was
a mobile game. It's not even sketchy.
Okay.
That is taking people away from RuneScape, though. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
Yeah.
not taking away.
I just see why people would dislike that.
I
Yeah,
feel you.
I guess.
I feel you, man. But the mentality behind it is
I think
that,
Gracie did a couple of those too.
Yeah, dude, I have got no shame in doing promotions.
Yeah.
In fact,
Seriously,
I have
they're
a
just-
few lined up. If you think that a mobile game is gonna stop somebody playing RuneScape,
Bullshit.
That's true. That's true.
The servers don't
Yeah.
stop
not how
people
it
from playing
works.
RuneScape.
Yeah, I feel like people get mad though when
They do.
just people sponsor any type of off game besides RuneScape
Yeah.
or a private server or
Yeah.
It
anything
shouldn't
like
be
that.
something
Yeah.
people get mad about.
Look.
People should be adults. If you're promoting content that's going to
Exactly.
help you make a living,
Yeah.
right? While other people are stealing content and not getting as much hate for it. I hate that mentality, and so many people are
Yes.
behind the mentality, dude.
I mean,
Alright,
I feel
here's-
that
Here's
if you look at
Yeah.
other YouTubers, big YouTubers, big streamers, etc. I
They
remember
milk it hard.
a while back I was watching Pokimane. I'm sure you guys know who that is, the
Yeah,
female
yeah.
streamer, right? And she basically said that 80% of her revenue comes from sponsorships, right?
Mhm.
80%. That is actually huge, and she gets millions of views on her videos, and she probably gets a shit ton of money through Twitch. Okay, with RuneScape in our category, we have been very slow at progressively being accepting of adverts. But the bottom line is, if you enjoy somebody's content and you want to continue watching them, what's the harm in them actually making money to be able to support themselves? Because YouTube's difficult nowadays. You can get demonetized for saying a word wrong. You can get demonetized for having kill in the title. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
What is the harm in having an advert at the beginning of your video, so long as it's something that you genuinely like and you care about I'd never advertise anything which would put my subscribers at risk, or
Stake.com.
something which was going to give them like bad habits such as like staking or gambling or whatever. But if it's something's like very small, temporarily helps me out. I mean, I'm kind of biased because I'm the content creator, but if I see somebody else upload it, I'm just like, good for you, man. It's like, I like your content. I want to see you around for like the next few years.
Yeah.
You do you. If that's going to help you get by, then, you know, by all means.
Now, Sears was talking about it takes people away from the game. What? So you could explain yourself on that, man.
Maybe it doesn't take people away from the game, but I don't know. I don't know how to say it. You know,
well, you can kind of see why people are angry, though, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think that's not why they're angry. I think it's
Here's
the reason why is because they're thinking you're a sellout, but they don't understand that YouTube. So many people are doing YouTube nowadays, man. So the market's cluttered. You have your choice of what to pick from and what to watch. It just feels like, oh, I click a button, it's made. They don't see, someone has to think of the idea, make the content, etc. They do this for weeks and months on end, grow their channel up, dedicate themselves to it. Now they want to make some money to help them live off. And it's not really a sellout; it's just living.
Yeah,
and I think it's more like they just see it as a sellout thing. And I hate that mentality.
A lot of
there's only so many sponsors you really could get that would fit a RuneScape type of channel as well. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I agree.
A lot of the big YouTubers can get sponsored by anything, but it's a little bit it's a tougher niche, I feel like, for the RuneScape content.
I say every time you see somebody sponsoring a mobile game and not a gold selling website, it's a win, right? Because you know how much money you get for those fucking websites, dude.
I'm actually being hit up right now by RuneBet, and the owner of it is Smite Yo BGS. Does anyone remember that name?
Yeah, I know who.
Yeah, he's got like 30.
Smite. Yeah,
he's got like 35K subs on YouTube, and he's offering to pay me a ridiculous amount, but I'm probably not going to do it because
probably
right there. I'm not going to do it. No, it's career suicide. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, look at Big Bicep and Boom Epic Kill. They're still making videos. Like, put it this way: the guys you're talking about right now, and just a heads up, if you do take that sponsorship, I wouldn't recommend. But they offered me $5,000, and that was back when I had like 15K subs or 20K subs. It was like nothing. And they also wanted to fly me out to Vegas and put me in like one of those fucking penthouse things. And Big Bicep and Boom Epic Kill were trying to get me in on it, and I was like, there is no fucking way I'm ever having anything to do with those scum fucks. Not in a million years.
No, that stuff is self-destructive, man. You know, because they're basically way too enamored by the money aspect. Right? When all they see is money, it's over.
Yeah, basically. If it seems too good to be true, then there's probably a reason for that. And considering the what those sites are doing and like what kind of effect they have on people. And when I said I wouldn't advertise something which can be damaging to my own audience, like I don't want to send my audience like fucking sheep to the slaughter to some gambling site to get hooked in gambling or something like that.
Or scammed.
Or scams, yeah, exactly. Like I don't trust those guys. Like I would take like $5,000 a ridiculous amount of money. Like you've no idea. Like I'd be a complete liar if I said that money and that offer didn't keep me awake at night, because it did. Because I was earning less than £1,000 at the time. I wasn't making any money from YouTube, and I got offered like basically 5 months work for like a 10-second shout out. You got to understand, like putting that in perspective, that's a lot of money and a lot of temptation. But I never took it because I could see myself doing YouTube in the long run. And that's what I wanted to do. The people that did take it were just blinded by greed. And I'm not the kind of person, like, I don't wake up every morning and think about money. I never think about money. It's nice to have money, but I would never let it get to the point where it's something which is constantly on my mind. And that is my main focus and goal in life. Because I can't relate to people like that. And I think that's a sad way to live. I want to be happy. That's the bottom line.
You don't want to live materialistic. You know?
And like the other thing is like taking a sponsorship and getting paid like, I don't know, $200 for it, and it helps you out. You know, put a little bit towards the rent, fills up your car. Nothing wrong with it. 5,000. That's like a lot of fucking money. Like that's a
lot of whores.
That's a lot of hoes.
And the same thing that happened to a friend, Dovidas, when he took that $100,000 donation or whatever. Or
are we sure it was 100?
No, I think it was 100.
I mean, it was tens of thousands at least. Whatever.
I think he came out and said it was 100,000.
Was he? Okay, I have no idea. That's a lot.
And obviously it kind of killed his channel too, with other things that he did. But
I mean,
Maybe
yeah,
think about it this way, right? All those gambling
I think he
websites,
can bounce back too.
all those gambling
Yeah, I think he
websites, the money that they give to people to sponsor, those are exploitive money. Those are all money of people that were addicted and couldn't get out of it, and they just lost all their shit, right?
It's
Yeah.
mainly from people who get hacked from those websites, and they steal their bank and then sell them back to the people they hacked.
Yeah,
which is
but
fucking
like that
ridiculous.
website that a friend stake is like irreputable in the sense that the way you lose money is you get addicted and you don't get out,
Yeah.
right? So that money that he
Mhm.
got, they're all basically addiction money
Yeah.
that just got funneled into him. So.
Addiction money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said this 100 times, and I've probably said it on the podcast before. Something that us creators need to remember and not get blindsided by greed and money, etc., is we play a fucking video game that we all love and we're all passionate about for a living, regardless.
Yeah,
of
should be grateful enough.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless of whether it's enough money to be able to do it full time, which for some of us we're fortunate to be able to. Regardless, you're making money from playing a game that you love. That's a dream in itself. Whether you can live off of it or it just helps you out, A lot of people get blinded by the money and they get blinded by greed, and you can see where they end up to because there's a lot of people that have done that, and you can see how damaging it is to their channel, because at the end of the day it just basically screams, I don't give a fuck about my audience, but I do care about this big sum of money.
Yeah,
Simple
Boom
as that.
Epic Kill has not bounced back yet. I was keeping
Ooh.
track of his videos, and he has not bounced back after that $5
No.
grand, dude. And Big Biceps trying. You can see him trying. He's like trying to really risk everything he has in his bank to get those videos out. I'm like, all right,
I would
keep
say-
doing it.
I would say the best way to make money, if you if you don't even focus on the money, you'll make more money. Does that make sense? If you just enjoy what you're doing, you pump it out every day, all that good
The
stuff.
more you
Yeah.
grind, the better it turns out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I would
that's
just say that
how
the
it
more
works.
you're in love with what you're doing and you're happy and fulfilled by it, that's when the money comes. I mean, even
Yeah,
settled,
Yes.
I'm sure he was making a decent amount before his series blew up, but afterwards, he's just doing what he loves and it's going very well for him.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think something interesting to think about is what content creators or how many content creators do you think exist that would make content still if monetization was taken away?
Mhm.
Because I can honestly say, like, what's the word? I don't know.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, that one there.
That one there.
I do this as a hobby, and even like I made videos for about making money when I could have. I had monetization on my channel, like, God, I don't even know, 6 years ago, but I never did it because I wasn't interested in making money. It was just a case of I liked making PKM videos at the time.
Yeah.
With music, with cool edits, that shit gets demonetized, I would still make money. I would still make videos even if I didn't make money. Oh, I sound like an asshole.
Yeah, I mean,
but
you would still
know
make
what I'm
money
saying.
because you would be working a different job, right? That's what you
Yeah,
mean.
exactly. It's a hobby of mine. It's a
Yeah.
passion. I
Like,
still
if-
do it regardless.
Same here, right?
I think that's how most of us started out, is just doing it for fun and making
Yeah.
vids, and then the money came later on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and
I really
for me-
wish I could get away with like under 10-minute videos, because
Yeah.
the double ads aren't even what I care about. But the thing is, if it's not over 10 minutes, your watch time, your view time, people won't
Yeah.
click on it.
Yeah, yeah.
It sucks that you have to have a video over 10
Yeah.
minutes,
That's
and then
true.
people say you're a sellout. It's like, nah, it's just
Yeah, you have to like.
I'd rather just not have any monetization and my channel grow bigger. But that's if you don't monetize, you ain't gonna.
I mean, if people don't
Promote
understand
it,
this, right? If people don't understand this already, you can't do full-time video making if you don't make money off of it, because you have to live, and to live you need some money, right?
We need water and food and
So
shelter.
that's kind of how it works. It's a balance between how much of it is, just to do it for fun, and how much of it do you actually need for it to
Yeah.
be money, right? Money driven,
Yes.
so that you can live. So that's how it is. Like, we all need money. I mean, as much
Like-
as we say don't be like, run by the money, you need some money, right? For me,
Yeah.
it's like that.
That's
When
true.
I do this video, when I video make and stuff, I always have to think about, okay, do I, can I make a little bit from that so I can, actually cover myself, right?
The thing about
living
my
life.
channel too, I could get 10K views on an upload, or I could get 400K views, and I never really know. So the money is the last thing I really think about, in a sense of just like you're so focused on making the video, and then once you put it out, you see what it is. I don't know how to say it. I'm not gonna come out right either,
It's
but
a
you
hit
know
or
what I'm
miss.
saying. Like,
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
it's a hit or miss,
Yes,
but you're
a
not
hit or
even
miss.
focused on the money. You're focused on making a good video with long watch retention and all that. And if
Yeah.
the money comes later on, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also think that a lot of people get the wrong perception that YouTubers just make a shit ton of money. Like, for like the first year and a half of doing this for myself, I would have made more money working a dead end job.
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
had
yeah.
a wage here in the UK.
I still
you
would.
know, it was just like, you know, I really enjoy this and it's fun and it's making me happy. So even though I'm not really getting any money out of it, it's enough to live off. I'm just gonna stick at it and see like how far I can get with it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But people think that we make like absurd amounts of money. A lot of
They're
the time
crazy.
it's not
You
true.
can though if you get to a big stage, but
Yeah.
probably all of us
I
right
mean,
here,
like for
we're not
for
making
us,
a crazy amount. But
RuneScape content
No.
creators, right? It's very like we're kind of like we put ourselves in already a bind, you know. It's
Yeah.
like if you play games like Fortnite, right, where it's way more mainstream, right? Yeah, I'm bringing it up,
Exactly.
but yeah, it's like it's
So-
it's just
Every
different.
every
We're
time you
more
bring
humble.
up fucking Fortnite, man.
Fortnite.
You want to play a match, bro? You want where we dropping? All right.
I
I
am
think we-
curious.
What?
Sorry, so if I can say one last thing, I am
Yeah.
curious. Like Sears, obviously, like I don't want to change your opinion on anything. You're entitled to your opinion. It's absolutely fine. When it comes to sponsorships, like what are your main issues with them? Like, what do you see as being the issue with sponsorships?
well, I mean, I can't speak for like the population or whatever. Me personally, I'm sponsored by Amazon Audible, which is a good, you know, like Audible or fucking virtual book you can read. And then I'm
Yeah.
sponsored by
Who
GE
doesn't know
Tracker,
Audible?
which is maybe you guys don't know what GE Tracker is. It's like the Grand
I know what it is.
Exchange. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
It's
a whole
for
bunch of
flipping,
merches
right?
on there. I just
Yeah.
feel
Is that
like
a
what I'm
RuneScape
sponsored by.
sponsor? Is that like
Yeah,
For
it's,
a website.
Yeah,
for a RuneScape website? That's not.
I've been using that site for over a year and a half, and then they hit me up like a year ago. I've been sponsored ever since. And whoever made that site, like I don't know, I like to put my trust into products or sponsors that could really help people as well and are designated around the channel. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, my only problem with them, I don't know, I've never really talked about this or even thought about it. I don't know. I really don't know anything. Just that's kind of on the borderline of sellout, I guess. And what you're doing, like I brought up earlier about you getting sponsored by a different mobile game, that's not that big of a deal. But I just feel that some people look at it and get a little disheartened by the fact you're leading people away from the game that they're trying to watch. But that's my only theory. I don't really
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
No,
What about you guys?
you are right because you know RuneScape viewers are very picky. So anything
Yes.
that's not like RuneScape related, you know, it's hard because
Definitely.
basically only your loyal fans. It just depends on how many of your fans, proportionally speaking, are loyal ones, and how many of them are like they're just here because they came for a trend that is RuneScape related, right?
Yeah.
And then they see you edge off of it. Obviously, your lower boys don't care; they'll just watch. But then a lot of the other people, right? That's my theory, right? Because a lot of your channel, right? There's like the loyal crowd, and then there's the people that are trend hoppers. They just come and go, right? They'll unsubscribe if it's not the content that they were looking for, right? Or if it's not the
Definitely.
trending, whatever. And those
I
guys are
think-
obviously gonna have a lot of shit to talk
They're
about.
the loudest fuckers.
Yeah,
dude,
they're
I
the
swear.
loudest. Yeah.
They need to die.
There's a few conditions to when taking advertisements or sponsorships can be bad. I think if you're doing it and it's decreasing the quality of your content and it's clear your content's just getting trash and you're simply doing it for money, that's not right. That's not good. You shouldn't do that. If you oversaturate your videos with advertisements, and I'd say like realistically, you could
I
probably
don't
get
think
away with
no one's done that really. It's always like a
No.
30-second intro or something.
No, not like that. I mean, like, say, in a month, for example, if you
Yeah.
upload a video every single day, every 3 days that has an advertisement at the beginning. I'm not talking about like Ironside intro or anything like that. I mean, just like a completely random sponsor. I think you could get away with maybe like between 2 and 4 videos a month, depending on how much.
I
you
wish I
upload.
could get away with that. That'd be a good living right there, man. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
That would have it,
Yeah.
you know, between 2 and 4. I guess you just need to find out how your audience is, and also
Yeah, you have to
third
understand your
one,
audience. That's very important.
Yeah, as long as whatever the sponsorship is doesn't have a negative effect on your audience, I have no issue with it. Like one of the sponsors I took in the past was for it was a game which was similar to RuneScape. I played that game for close to 20 hours. I put 20 hours of my own time into it to see if people would actually enjoy it. And I liked the game. I did loads of tests. It was on Steam. Like I spoke to the guy that wanted to do the sponsorship with me and I was like, look, my number one priority is to make sure that my viewers don't come to your game and get fucked over. So I was like, I need to make sure that everything is safe, everything is secure, and this is genuine. Like I think a lot of people just like look at the money offer and they're like, oh, that's a lot of money. I'll take that without really looking in depth, you know? There are certain things which I think are bad when it comes to sponsorships, and the things that I just said are the things that I think.
Trust.
Jeez, my brain's so slow today. I need a
In
coffee.
before
I'm
it's a
sorry, guys.
keylogger.
Yeah, no, because like
exactly.
yeah, some sponsors are shady as fuck. They will, you know, exploit your viewers in those type of ways for sure. Yeah. But we kind of just deviate from highlights to this.
Wait, I brought this on. I apologize.
Yeah, no, but like, was there anything else about the highlights?
The mentality of highlight channels taking content and still getting people wanting it.
Yeah, we went far with that one, didn't we?
Well, like I think we focused more on sponsorships because like
we definitely did.
Like personally, I get why you're mad because it's like why are people sympathizing with
people need
channel
to be
that
like thankful like every once in a while, you know what I mean? It's like let the man eat, dude. My boy Pugger, all he did was plug in a 30-second video, 1.5K dislikes. Fuck those people for real, man.
What did he actually sponsor?
First time I've seen his ass fucking even promote.
This
fucking annoying, dude. So for
it's like a mobile game.
I personally felt bad. Like damn, dude. Like that's some bullshit, dude. And you go to these other highlight channels and like, where's dislikes, dude? I love catching up on Bodhi in the comments. Fucking Christ,
So
man.
the reason why people sympathize towards these high channels is because it benefits them, right?
Of course.
So here's
it's
kind of
entertainment.
like,
to be fair, it's entertainment. Like there's so much hype clips just back to back to back.
That's a double standard.
It is, but they don't realize that though, right? They don't realize it's a double standard because like here's what happens when things benefit you, you inherently just feel more sympathetic towards it, right? Even if it's like, you know, from a different standpoint, it's completely bad, right? From our standpoint, it's like, well, these guys are clearly stealing our content, right? But then to the people that just watch, they're like, oh well, I mean, I can get up to date. It's really easy. I click on the video. I know everything that happened this week about RuneScape. So it's like
people also
kinda...
could just go to Twitch and look at the most popular clips for the day as well, but no one does that.
Yeah, because it's weird, you know, because it's not like all in one. So
it is a little strange.
It's not as curated, you know. So
Rice, play the video a bit. Play the video a bit.
You want sound?
All right, guys, welcome to our sponsor raid. The link is down below if you guys could down.
That's a really good. That's a good segue on to the next question for the chat or for the comment section. How would you guys feel if we were to get a sponsor here on Old School RuneScape podcast?
We have not made.
Honestly, we make no
money in 2 years doing this, and I really am fine. I just wanted to grow.
Yeah, exactly. The money's not a big part of like this for me because we don't make any. But like, if we did make money from doing this, we could have definitely invest it into the actual podcast itself. Get a nice intro, like change up all the background interface and stuff like that. Like, we could really, it would actually really help us. To be honest with you, like I think it would. But I want to know what the comments have to say on that.
That's kind of sneaky. I like that. That'd be nice to know. I didn't even. All right, well, let's talk about some RuneScape shit. So there are some new updates. Yeah, there are some new updates, man.
Yeah, every Thursday.
Panel there. So, Rice, well, do you want to take it on the new quest?
Well, I looked at it a little bit. So the new quest panel, they basically redesigned the UI so it looks nicer, and I agree, it does look nice. Everything is sections are on the top. So
I like that. I like that a lot.
So it looks good. It looks great.
Am I the only one who got fucking confused on the first one, right? You know, the quest panel beforehand, I'd click on the dots and I'd never go to where I wanted to be. I'm so glad they're adding this. I would always lose track.
Nice and easy to distinguish.
I would get lost for minutes, dude, trying to get to like the clan wars teleport.
Yeah, no, it was so annoying because before it was just one icon. You had to click it like 3 separate times to get to the right one.
Why would they do that?
I know. I'm like,
hey, do you guys want to hear something funny? So my housemates just heard like the conversation we had, and they've just sent a message to our Facebook group, and it says, "Tom on stream. I never care about money. Also, Tom only gets reductions to save money." Hey man, that's the life of a RuneScape.
Yeah,
YouTuber.
bro, gotta cut down those.
You wait until I do my house tour, and you'll be able to get. I'm gonna do like my ride section at one point. You guys are gonna see my car, and you're gonna see exactly what I'm riding.
Yo,
you guys wait.
Riggs, you want to talk about your idea right now?
RuneScape Crypt Edition, bro.
I don't know if I want to give too much away.
All right, I just don't end up like that one video they got the girl where every time he gets a PK she twerks.
Whoa.
No. This is gonna be a lot more tasteful. Or
Yeah,
in,
more
in
classic.
my mind, it's gonna be more tasteful. Yeah.
Half
More
the chat was
gentle
like,
mini.
dude, this is cringe. Other half's like, you guys never seen ass before in your life. Fucking just. All right, let's get back to RuneScape updates before we side panel again.
Looks like there really isn't too many updates. I mean,
Yeah,
Just some
this
quality
one's
life
interesting. You
Yeah,
get
quality
a
life
counter for the chest. For
Yeah.
Brimstone
Wait, can you
keys.
explain what?
So Konar Slayer task, you do her task, you get keys, right? Which opens
Okay,
this
yeah, no.
chest.
Okay, I got that.
So you get a
you're gonna see how
KC
many
now.
times you've
Yeah.
opened the chest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks
gotcha.
like they got mystic robe sets as well from
Yeah.
the Grand Exchange.
There we go.
Yeah, that's needed.
It's about
No,
time.
but that's kind of shitty though, because does really anyone buy the mystic hat or gloves if you're above like level 70?
Yeah, I was
Uh,
about to say.
I would
like,
say-
nobody buys those.
It's more noob friendly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about
And
caters
it makes
to
the
new people.
mystic set, make a rise in price. People are gonna be
Yeah.
like, I want to buy a set.
You
Got
think
it.
so?
Gloves, boots. You know how many times I PK gloves off somebody? It's ridiculous. Why would you ever use mystic gloves? But I
You
swear
mostly
to
do
God,
pure PKing though. There's a lot more peers or newbie levels.
Yeah,
Newbie
you can do
people
like
that use
combo
that
mains.
bracelet.
I've killed mains for fucking
Really?
mystic gloves. Yeah, it's in rev caves. They don't even have a fucking bracelet. It's
That's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah,
I
those
mean,
guys are new.
If you see somebody in Mystic with Mystic gloves, you know that it's gonna be a good time.
elf mage returns. Oh man.
It's almost just like you always feel bad for them. Just like, just give me your set. Just give me your money.
Yeah,
just
it's
drop
happening.
dead right now.
I'll give you
Hey,
gloves back.
speaking of that, are you down to watch that video I sent you, Rice Cup?
Oh yeah, we have it
On
right
the
here.
topic?
Let's
You can-
watch it.
you-
Oh, is it on this topic? Or...
Yeah, I just uploaded an unlisted version. It is on this topic, but
You can introduce
might as
us. Give us some background on.
All right, hit that dislike button real quick.
basically, I just started a new series. I'm trying to unlock the rune pouch, and I was getting emblems doing Wilderness Slayer, and I was at the Rogue Castle, like 50 Wilderness, and I got ran up on by a newbie ass team, and I killed every single one of them. Basically, it's pretty epic though. If you want to see,
Sounds on or just
yeah, probably the sounds.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to hear it? I'm gonna share it now. Give me a 1 second.
Can they watch it as well though? Or not?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
showing it on the thing. Whatever you see is whatever they see. So let me screen share.
I love anti-pking as well. I know Mint Cow does some anti-pking.
I used to. Now I'm just slapping
Oh,
ass
yeah.
straight up.
It's
Alright.
the best feeling you can ever get though. I mean,
Let me know when
PKing
you guys
someone
ready.
just ingenuine is a good feeling, but anti-PKing, just the thought that they're there to PK you and you turn the tables, nothing's a better
Yeah.
feeling.
You're
The
so right,
adrenaline.
man. That's 100%. It's
Yeah.
a great feeling. Look at these Exernium Road Warriors, man. I can
Yeah.
already see what's gonna happen.
You guys ready? All
No, I'm been ready.
right.
We ready,
Some
man.
legit PK right here. Holy shit.
Has he got
Hopefully
Mystic
it's not a
Gloves?
Yeah.
What a freebie.
He's running away from me. He's
we
closing
were
the
just
door.
talking about it.
We got a pot up, boys. We got a pot up for
What
this
was that
one.
strat for the door close, man?
Oh, there's more of them. There's more of them. We're
Fucking
actually getting
Christ.
genuinely
I
PK'd.
think he's having a seizure right now, dude. He's trying to figure this one out.
All
It's
right,
like,
we
why
got
are you
Boys,
fighting
we got
back?
Jess as well.
He's trying to use door mechanics.
Go for the
my
DD.
God.
Kill one of them. Kill one of them at least, please. Oh, boys.
This
what
one
are we gonna
PK
do
should be
here? We got two
about
on us.
people that don't know what the fuck
This
they're
Ranger
doing.
is
At least
pretty
he got the
good.
Nezzy helm
This other
unlocked.
guy is
Yeah.
more
I think he just
newbie,
hit
I
his
feel
friend.
like.
I think he did, yeah.
There's not much I could say about
Oh,
this,
we
man.
could kill him. We
There's-
could kill him. I don't
Man,
want to die
if you were
either, though.
if you were
Oh, the
smiting
40
that,
headshot, bro.
that could have been
there's
it.
Wait,
more
though,
coming.
we
Oh,
actually get a
shit.
smite. We get
I'm
a
gonna
smite.
close the looting. Oh my
Can you
gosh.
put
this is
insane
devastating now. What should I
anti-PK
do?
against mobile
That guy just got
PKers in
juked
your
out so
title?
hard. He's staff
MOBA
bashing me.
PKers.
They're all
I'm
in
gonna close
Mystic
the looting bag
Gloves.
so I can loot
Oh,
this food.
bro.
Fan. Yeah, you're not a fan, really.
Dude,
'cause
they're
you're
giving you
killing me,
unlimited
brother.
food.
They're all just maging me. They're pretty newbie. What if I
They
kill
call
them
them
all,
the Mystic
okay?
Boys.
Super combat. Nice, he does. Okay,
Oh,
that means we
this-
can brew up.
To me, this
We can
just
really,
makes sense. All of the Reddit pictures
we
and
can do
memes
some
we've
good
seen of
damage
the
here.
Exernium
Okay, we're
Warriors,
still gonna
like,
stay
it's
here.
all
Don't worry.
coming
I got a
together
plan. I
now.
got a plan. We're gonna take them one on
The
one. Okay.
organs.
Going for the DD right here.
Oh my god, that looks so free.
Oh my gosh,
Just
what
wait
if we
for
kill
it.
another one? Oh, she is getting
Holy
worked on. We got
shit.
one DD spec. I don't want to waste it. Put the smite on. We could get her a tentacle whip. She's not changing prayers. I don't know what this
Oh my
is. There's
God.
like 3
Are
of
they
them.
PK'd on mobile?
We'll pray now. We'll
That's
pray.
what I'm saying, dude.
They probably are. I'm not.
Oh
I'm
man,
really
this girl's
surprised.
getting worked on.
Oh, he's
She's
taking
Yeah.
his
really
friends.
running. This could be a
If
kill.
you could
Oh,
see the Ranger
36
hat-
smite.
oh my
No
God.
way. Do we just PK tentacle whip? Oh my gosh, we just got the tentacle whip PK. What if he
The
did
Ranger
protect
has a
items? He had
Berserker helm
AGS
on.
him.
If anyone
We
noticed
used
that.
AGS PK. Another headshot. Oh my
my
god.
God.
These
These
guys
guys
are
right there.
Definitely on the phone.
He's gonna
He wasn't
feed
even
him
attacking
food.
back,
Come on,
look.
Sears. Stay alive, my friends.
That's so funny, dude.
Tuna
These-
As
potato?
impressive
You
as
got
this
that
is,
tuna
if you
potato?
die, I'll stop talking to you, dude.
Bro,
Super
they're middle
combat
school.
gold potion.
They're all in
stamina,
middle
I need
school
that.
playing right now on their phones. They're like, yo,
It's a
I died
dance
too.
party,
Water
bro.
Rose, Battle Mage prayer.
Like after this, we're
Hate
going
to
on
go, we could
Roblox.
get poison, you never know. Open this looting bag again, pick up all the loot real quick while we
They're
can.
going back to
Berserker
Fortnite after
helm,
this,
bro.
bro.
Xerxes top. He just debolt spec me.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
is
one
this
of them is
content
the
now,
leader.
boys?
One of them knows
This
what
is
they're doing.
epic.
They got default
Okay, it's
spec.
hit her one time.
Anti fire shield and Zerikin both
Actually, no, we should
actually.
go for this guy again.
What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, another
Rambo.
kill.
Oh
Sit
my
the fuck down.
God.
We still got a lot of
Toxic,
food. Okay, we're in this for a
toxic,
long run. We
toxic.
just killed
Slaughter
the freaking
fest,
team,
dude.
boys.
Toxic
Going for the whip
alert.
KO.
Jesus.
It's
Watch
over,
how it
it's
ends,
over.
though.
Come on, baby, don't
Put
let
on
him
your
get away.
protect from
Please,
melee,
Jagex,
my
no.
dude.
34. He's trying to eat
Which
on
is
the right
13
way.
HP.
Come on, Jagex, one more hit.
Stop tossing the salad, bro.
No.
Wait for the last 10 seconds,
Oh my
though.
gosh, that was legendary. Can we get some KOs in the chat? Oh, I just skulled up, bro. They just skull tricked me.
Dude.
Oh my gosh, they just skull
Yeah,
tricked
that was an
Oh
intense
my
3 minutes, bro.
gosh, dude. That was the most epic shit ever.
That's
What
going
did you
down
like-
the history.
That was on
books.
stream as well. It's pretty hype.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, dude.
That was
The
very
epitome of
entertaining.
anti-pking.
Little did you know that guy was playing on 5 accounts at once. All right?
And then you see a new
they were
video
pretty
trying to
I think
PK
we
with
were like-
5 accounts.
They were like 98 and 102 combats and stuff, so.
Oh man, now I
Feels
want
bad.
anti-PK. Oh,
It was probably
man.
Michael RS, man. You wait, it'd be like PK on 5 accounts at once.
Oh yeah, he's known for multiple accounts, shenanigans, right?
Can you swap back to the OBS, big boy?
Yeah.
Hey, good stuff, Sears. By the way, did I just
thank
see you
you, dude.
vaping?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
We were talking
Cute.
about you earlier before you got in
Cue
here.
romance
Oh,
music.
were you now? What were you talking
About you vaping, just about you vaping.
vaping?
And I was wondering if
Yeah.
I could vape as well, so.
Oh, of course.
You guys can
yeah.
vape like
Feel free, man.
across, each
Yeah,
other.
you
know what
should
I'm saying?
lower Sears webcams so they're next to each other and they can vape into each other, dude. There you go. Alright, let's get this real. Let's get the
Nah,
fattest
it's
puffs
good.
going.
I mean, we can put it in the middle if you want. There's plenty.
No,
We'll-
wrong
we'll
way,
have
right?
the
Wrong
vape section.
Blow up. That's just weird, though.
There you go, man.
Spotlight, it looks like it's going over.
See,
What the
look,
fuck?
if we had a sponsor, we could get like a vape,
vape
smoke
sponsor.
effect to
Yeah.
go across the screen as we do that.
We need a vape
guys are missing
sponsor,
out.
dude.
Yeah, we'll have a vape green screen.
If we get a vape juice sponsor, I'll grab my old vape and start vaping on here, dude. All right.
I'd love one, mate. I spend too much money on vape juice. Depends if you're in the UK. It sucks.
Yeah.
It really
Oh,
does.
man, that'd be great. Oh, now Sears is
Well,
real
maybe some
close
of
to
that
that water
juice for us,
blast.
man.
That's real. Should we
Yeah.
jump back into the updates? By the way, there's a couple.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
too
we'll,
much,
we'll
I'm
wrap it
looking
up. We'll
through it,
wrap
though.
up the updates.
Yeah.
Vrak Museum, that's like prehistoric as the dinosaurs, bro. It's getting some quality of lives.
Which is why
let me
would
put it
they
back here.
want to, out of everything in the fucking game, why would they ever do a quality of life to something like this? Oh
we
my
should
God.
we should go through these updates and then talk about the future of OSRS and what they should do, because I have an idea in mind.
I'm down to listen to that. Well, let's see. We got the sandstone to sand update. That sounds really.
This one's pretty talked about. We talked about this before. They changed. They proposed something and then they decided to kind of like say, never mind, we don't want to do that. We're gonna do something a little different. So they came out with like the sandstone machine or whatever, and yeah, you can put in
Yeah, the
some
cone head in the
buckets and
picture.
whatever you mine from the sandstone, it'll be converted into buckets of sand. So let me see what they said.
Okay.
It doesn't really tell you how many you can get an hour at what levels, which is kind of I
mean,
would
there's
like
no-
to know, to be honest.
If
but they
this
didn't
is
say.
near the desert mine, there's no bank there, so
Yeah, but it's noted. So you basically
Oh,
you
okay.
convert sandstone to, and he gives you noted buckets of
That's
sand.
pretty good for
I
Iron
see, I
Man, but
see.
besides that,
Yeah, this is really just an Iron Man
something.
thing, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mhm.
Out of
I mean-
everything in the game, I really don't think it's necessary, but whatever.
It's
you know,
not,
it's
but
something.
I mean,
It's-
whatever, because what they did was before this, this current proposal that came out, it was just gonna be whatever you mine, you could just turn into buckets. Like you could just turn it into like insane amounts. So like through this method, it's a more balanced towards like specific mining levels, so like at 99, you can get like competitive rates to other methods that exist in the game. Because before, the original proposal was so broken, you can get like 8,000 buckets of sand an hour or something.
Oh,
just like mining it, which is like insanely fast. Like it would just.
What's the method right now? Best method. How many did you get an hour?
like
Well, you just do
ships?
charge ships. It's about 90k an hour at max concentration, max levels. You know, if you're like a robot. But
What,
yeah.
90k buckets?
Oh no, XP.
90k buckets an hour,
XP
yeah,
an
dude.
hour. Because like the
That'd be
current
insane.
meta, like for fastest crafting XP for Iron Man, it's just doing charge ships, which is like 90k an hour.
And I think that's
Full effort.
real dumb.
Oh,
So...
you're talking XP. Do you know
Yeah.
how many buckets of sand it is?
Well, like before this, people
Maybe
used
like
to fill in
1,000?
Yanel, and that was like about 2,000. About
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the reason I quit my hardcore, because I got to this point where it was seaweeds and buckets of sand for the
Fuck
next
that.
month, and I was like, nah.
Nah.
I'm dipping out. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, but like now you have the option. You
Yeah.
can mine if you want. It's a little faster, at higher levels. You know,
I love
it's
thinking that
competitive
it
to
was
charge
such
ships.
a drag to do
Yeah.
that they had to come out with its own update. Like, how many people are really? I'm so sorry for half of
I'm
RuneScape
on a
doing this
podcast.
shit.
Sorry,
As long as he's
boys.
wearing some clothes, dude.
Yeah.
Was that a
And
bathroom?
they're asking for suggestions for Zombie Elves because you know there's a lot of it's lackluster.
Is that a
but-
quest? I thought it was a
Yeah,
music track.
yeah, Elf City,
Okay.
brother. Elf City, man.
Elf City. Okay, dude. All right,
There's no
we got
PKing
past
though,
Lumbridge
mate.
back
So
in the
you
day.
know.
Hey, there better be a little dueling ring or something, dude. A little...
There's some solo PVM content called the Gauntlet that comes out with it. At least we don't really know. They're still working on it, brainstorming the ideas.
What about the Coliseum on Zaya?
They haven't said anything about that. So
I really hope
you
they
know,
don't
winter
put it on
20
there.
Winter 2017 for the Coliseum probably. So we are you know.
What kind of Coliseum are we talking about?
I think it's a
we don't
PvP
really
type
know.
battle thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
They hyped
that'd
it.
be
They
great.
hyped it up hard, but it's been like a year.
That was years ago
Backtrack.
when Mont
Yeah.
Audi was a you know still in
Yeah,
Jagex.
dude, we're not gonna see a PvP update till we got Canes. What's this shit about Twitch Prime right here? Are they doing another?
Oh well, it's been
I think it's the
ongoing
previous
on.
one.
It's almost
It just
over.
ends on the March
it expired,
19th.
okay.
Yeah, it
I
ends
was
in
like,
5 days.
another
so-
one, huh? Let me get some of that month, dude. I
Yeah,
was
dude. If
getting
you got
excited.
Amazon Prime, basically you can get 14 days free membership. So get it now
Which is
before
nice.
it's over.
That's one of the nicer things I've seen RuneScape do. So that's
Right.
good.
Here's a question: does that apply to all Twitch streamers, or is it just RuneScape Twitch streamers?
This is a RuneScape promotion, so you have to like, you know, do some RuneScape. Well, basically it's 14 days free membership for RuneScape.
So
I feel like
if you have
Jagex is
Twitch
just
Prime,
paying for it and being
Yeah.
nice to the players. Yeah.
Yeah.
if you have Twitch Prime, you go to your benefits and it shows RuneScape pops up,
Yeah,
and
just
then
click
maybe
on it
people want
and
to
set it
join
up.
in. So it's not only for
Ooh.
the community, but it's also to promote it, which is nice.
Yeah, whoever has Amazon Prime basically can get 14 days.
Everyone has Amazon Prime nowadays, dude.
Actually, I don't.
I don't either.
I don't.
No,
I'm
never mind that, I lied.
I'm
Fucking
blocked
lied.
from getting Amazon Prime, man. Because when I went to America, they took out a year's Amazon Prime, and I was like, I was broke as fuck at the time, so I rang them up when I was out in Cali, and I was like, look, never give my account Amazon Prime, ever. Never give it to me. I was like, I never want it. I want a refund. I was like, I need this money badly to live. And it's the best thing ever now because I can get next day delivery on anything at Amazon, which is from Amazon warehouses, right? Get this. I sign up for Amazon Prime and then like an hour later, I get an email saying that it's been declined, but the parcel always comes the next day. So I always get
Ooh.
that next day delivery and I don't pay nothing for it, man.
Nice.
Crazy
All
tips on how to
Holy
scrape by.
shit,
I like it.
Yeah.
Amazon.
And like it genuinely just happens like that. I don't even know why or how, but I get next day delivery on everything, and I don't pay for Amazon Prime. Feels fucking good.
Dude, Jeff Bezos gonna call you tonight, dude. Yeah.
Hopefully with a sponsorship.
I heard you were
It'll be like,
exploiting.
come on Vikings, man.
I like
The only-
your strat. Come through.
the only good thing about Amazon Prime is like on the TV because you got Prime Video or whatever it's called. The only thing I can think of that I've ever watched is Vikings. Have you guys seen that?
I've
Oh,
heard of
yeah.
it, and
That's
I heard it,
Ragnarok.
it's
Dude,
very
Viking-
historical. So
Probably
there's
should talk
some,
about
you
like
know.
a movie that no one's seen on Pocket, but dude, that shit is like Game of Thrones, but nothing explained, right? They'll just be chilling. Also, they're dancing in blood. They're fucking butt naked. There's a dude sacrificed. You're thinking they have explained nothing.
Like, we're gonna
know what's
Isn't
going
it
on.
like a
go
historical
over-
show?
They're
or
doing
something?
this shit and fuck. You're like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like
Yeah.
somebody on the
It's
roof.
great. It's fucking
Love it.
great, man.
I love it, yeah, it's
Floki.
good.
Floki's
Isn't it
a
just like
legend.
historical, right? So you already kind of know
Yeah.
what happens at the end because it's based on some historic event.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
spoilers, dude. Come on, man. I don't know. I don't know
Run.
the story.
Go get
dude.
educated, bro. History class.
They
Yeah.
all die. Every
They
single
all
one.
die.
They all die of old age.
Your favorite character shall die.
It's over for me, dude.
Yeah, they honestly died 100+ years ago because historical figures. Just saying. Sorry for
They
spoiling
ruined everything for me. There goes season 4. So, Sears, you were saying we're gonna upgrade RuneScape together. We're gonna fix it together, hand in hand.
No,
Is
like
what
some
you're saying?
update proposals.
One thing I wanted to bring up though, it's a pretty deep topic about the future of RuneScape. Basically, I mean, how long have all you guys been playing since like the release date of OSRS? Or
In my mama's wombs, baby.
Can we get that Dagonoff picture up, by the way, Rice? Get that fat ass.
But
Dagonoff
I was just
picture.
saying
You
that,
really like it, dude. Vince loves this. Put that as your your YouTube icon or some shit. I don't know. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just
I think-
saying, like, in the next year or two, I mean, I feel like RuneScape would almost be unrecognizable by some people. I don't know. I'm not
It
trying to
already
make it
is.
that extreme, but there is quite a bit of updates compared to what there was 2 or 3 years ago. And I personally think they should take most of the Jagex team and either move them into like customer support or move them into marketing, so we can just expose the game to more people and get advertisement and stuff and have people lay off all the updates and the dev blogs or like
That's
dev
what-
teams and all that stuff.
Dude, that's
I
a
think it's
brilliant
becoming
idea.
A little too extreme.
So
Me
Right?
personally,
All they do
playing
is
for so long.
update. All
I
they do
know.
is update, and
So-
they don't fix any of their old shit. PvP's
That's what I'm
fucked.
saying.
Their marketing's not bad, to be honest. I've
Yeah,
kinda
no,
seen
their
it.
marketing's really
It
good.
still could be better though. What if
It
they
could
were
be.
going
Yeah.
twice as
Hey,
hard? you know?
of course,
Dude,
and their customer
100%.
support is trash.
Yeah, it
I would
is.
love to see that get worked on.
I'm sure you guys have
really.
seen all over Twitter and Reddit and stuff about all the people getting hacked, and like even through two-step authentication, and then they try and message Jagex mods on Twitter or whatever, and they just can't get a response.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty crap.
So
I don't know.
Do you think it's the new hires for JMods? They're just trying to like
Hey.
keep up with the updates and try to keep up expectations.
I don't
when
think there's
really-
enough mods covering that area.
Yeah.
Possibly.
here's the deal, though. Okay, so
My
Jagex
computer
is
just
old
went
school.
black then. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened. Sorry.
but here's the deal, though. They're
Dildo.
different functions of the company, right? So
That's true.
So the people that are behind the game updates, they're completely separate from like customer support. But it's true,
Yeah.
customer support definitely needs some sort of like reorganizing. Like they need to bring like
There's
genuine
just a
experts.
rock on a keyboard.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Like
nothing.
they need to bring like they need to get some more experts on this.
They put like another rock
issue,
next
right?
to him.
I think
Yeah.
I think they hired too many coders and like dev people to make too many updates, and the game's just moving at a exponential rate
Yeah.
at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
And even me personally, I mean, I'm almost maxed out. I have another account that's 125 combat, a berserker peer, all this stuff, and there's a lot to learn. Every week or so, there's so many new updates, and it's hard to wrap your
Yeah.
mind around it.
So I agree.
I couldn't even imagine a mobile noob. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So I agree to the extent that the updates will make the game feel less old school, because like updates aren't inherently good or bad. It just depends on what the update actually is, right? And like how it interacts with the game. So like old school RuneScape is actually pretty small staffed, right? I remember when it all started, like there was only probably
Yeah,
like
there was, like,
6,
5
7
people.
people, and now there's still a relatively small number. You know, you have like
It's
3
under 20.
artists. You have like 3
It's under 20
artists.
people.
Yeah, you have like probably 4 content, like actual content developers, and everybody else is like in between. So like their staff is actually quite small. But the problem is that even though, like I guess you can also praise them for being able to create a lot of updates in such a short time, but it has its drawbacks. From what I've seen is that oftentimes they'll put out a lot of updates, but they'll never monitor it properly. And so then when the impact actually starts showing, they don't anticipate it, right? And oftentimes the impact isn't exactly what they want, but by the time they notice it, it's already like so late into like, the period, right? That it's already like kind of molded into the game. And it's really weird to tell someone like, hey man, this update we've had, for like half a year, well, the impacts are not what we want, so we have to like get rid of it. But you don't want to do that to people, right? Because it's like you give them something, but then you take it away, right? That's like really, that's a shit feeling, right? It's a really shit feeling. So
I fully agree with that. I would just say, like,
Yeah.
I personally have an IRL friend that I just hung out with yesterday, and he has a 105 combat. He came back from mobile. He was like level 40 before that, and he really enjoys the game, but he mentions that it's a little bit too overwhelming.
Yeah.
Even with Motherlode Mine, full prospector, just all, I mean, that's his perspective. You know what I mean? So I just couldn't even
Yeah.
imagine
Cool.
all these updates. It's so much to
Here's-
learn.
Yeah.
Versus,
Imagine if you
Here's a
logged
cool
into
point.
RuneScape free.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
yeah, I just don't want
every-
the game to become that. You know,
Yeah.
eventually.
Every
Yeah,
update that they come out
100%.
with right now is making the game easier. But do you
Yeah.
think it's making it less old school and actually harder for players to get back into it? So it's making it
Yeah.
easier, but it's also making it harder for RuneScape to really maintain that old school feel.
So
Motherload Mine, or blast
Of-
furnace, all this shit. You
And
know,
of course,
sometimes
of course, they need to implement new updates to keep people engaged and whatnot. But do you guys personally feel like there's enough in the game? I mean, I could log in and there's everything to do,
Yeah.
from raids to wildy bosses to anti-pking to clan wars to freaking grand exchanges. So there's so many things to do. I feel like we have enough content,
yeah,
and they should keep putting out content just at a slower pace.
for sure.
Yeah,
So here's
I agree with that.
yeah, here's how I would like kind of interpret this whole thing, right? So updates are necessary, but you need to make sure it's quality over quantity. And what
Yep.
I've felt these past few years is that it's more been quantity and not quality. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why a lot of these updates are so based on quality of life, and I don't think old school RuneScape is about making things more quality of life for you, right? Because it's old school. It's not
supposed to be a grind. Yeah.
Yeah.
about making it easier for you, right? For your means, right? So lately, I've just been feeling like I'm not really getting updates. All I'm getting is people are complaining about things that they don't like, and they just want it easier for themselves, which isn't real updates to me. That just means like,
Who the fuck has the free time to just complain about RuneScape?
yeah,
Who's
but,
just sitting there like, I really wish mining was easy. Bitch, just mine, you fuck.
yeah, that's how.
Just fucking...
but right, but
Just
this
mine.
also
Who gives
also
a fuck?
shows like how respectable some of these grinds are, right? Like a maxscape and all that stuff, right? People respect it so much, they want it so much that they'll do whatever it takes to get there, right? Even if it means telling
It's in a
Jagex,
bucket.
yeah, even if
Yep.
it means telling Jagex, can you
Urethra
make something
strap on
faster
there.
for me so I
Yeah.
can get there, right? But that also it's a double-edged sword, because you can't do that. If you make these goals easier to get, then the goal itself becomes less prestigious. Because
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So like, it's
I
actually
wonder how
you can't do that.
Jebram feels. Do you guys know
Yeah.
who Jebram is? The guy that got
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
billion.
The very
agility XP?
handsome man
I
on
mean,
Twitter.
I'll be honest, I couldn't give two shits how build.
Yeah, no, that he's.
I'm just saying though, you
yeah.
get my perspective of a
Yeah.
player that maxed out or grinded very hard
Yeah.
a couple years ago. How they feel now. Even I know Aubrey Automelogy has
Yeah, he's
kinda stopped
burned,
playing as
bro.
well. He's feeling the
I
same.
think they're
vibes.
related, right?
I mean,
I'd love to get them both on the show, but
Oh my
oh,
god.
yeah, no.
That'd be
Sure.
amazing.
I think Automelogy
Dude.
has a lot to say about the current
We
game.
just have that old
Yeah.
comedy
Oh, I
put
bet
on
he
your
does,
YouTube
dude.
in the background.
Honestly,
Yeah.
that would be a good guest to the show.
Honestly,
Automelogy.
yeah,
That'd be a
honestly.
good host.
Yeah.
I think it would be good. By the way, speaking about marketing, right? I said this the other day on my stream. I've just linked 2 YouTube videos. If you want to load them up, Bryce, because I think this is incredibly interesting. I posted them in the Discord. So I made an example the other day, and I was talking about Blizzard. Okay,
Which
Blizzard
one you
have
want to see
some
first?
games. Go with the Diablo one first. And
Alright.
then
I'd like to talk about Blizzard
RuneScape
after you as well, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine. So basically, these 2 trailers both
They
came
have
out.
elephant?
They both came out in the same fucking year, 2012. Okay, and we're gonna compare the Diablo 3 trailer, a cinematic, to the RuneScape trailer. Now, talking of marketing, like when it comes to Blizzard, Blizzard have some questionably bad games and some relatively good ones. Okay, but I will say this: if they upload their cinematics where they're notoriously known for being really good, it will always sucker me into buying the next expansion. And I only play RuneScape, and that says a hell of a lot. If Jagex were to put money into that and they made a really sick trailer, it doesn't need to be like an accurate representation of the game, because take a leap out of Blizzard's book, their cinematics are amazing. The games
Mhm.
are terrible in comparison.
There's
But I think-
one problem though, that RuneScape graphics are so fucking clunky and boxy.
Have you
know
seen
what I mean?
Jimmy's new
So if it's all
intro?
epic cinematic,
What's-
people could get a different idea about
Jimmy's
the
new
game. when they
intro.
log in.
Yeah,
For his new
no,
series is beautiful, dude. All right, if they put half the work into that, into like a dude, they could totally do it. It is fucking.
No, I see what
Nice.
you're saying, Sears, but it's the exact same with Blizzard. Like their trailers are amazing. Their
Yeah, it's like
cinematics are, like, the best
cinematic,
things.
and it does.
And then,
yeah,
like, if you look at World of Warcraft, go and play that game. The graphics suck. because it's an old game and it hasn't really been updated that much. And I don't really care what you say if you play World of Warcraft or not.
Yeah, it's like
graphics compared to the cinematic, it's like two completely separate entities, right? Completely separate. But like, let's have a look. Watch the Diablo 3 trailer. You don't have to watch all of it. Just watch a snippet of it, and then watch the RuneScape trailer. And bear in mind, these two trailers came out in the same year. The same fucking year. Now let's compare the two.
I like this guy's YouTube channel, by the way, Barack Obebe.
Shout out.
Like this blows me away, man. You wait until I couldn't even RuneScape cinematic. It's that bad. But like, you know, you just have to see.
That is.
2012, baby.
That's
damn. This
that's
better
insane,
graphics
dude.
than 2019, bro.
Like, look how fucking this shit gives me goose pimples. It makes
This
my
would make
nipples
some
hard.
hot
This is
porn.
What?
No one else
never
thinking
watched
that?
something that's so epic it makes your nipples hard. Really?
Yeah.
My nipples are usually
Not
just hard,
recently.
but I tell you.
That new Godzilla trailer made me feel that way.
You cannot hide from me.
Holy
Look at how
shit.
cool that is, man.
That's
I
sick.
bet his schlong is fire too, dude.
Yo, this is some anime, bro.
Did they do that with like Fire
Straight
Surge? You
anime.
know?
Yeah, you can say that's Fire Surge.
And just put a little RuneScape avatar face over it. RuneScape trailer.
They got voice acting insane.
Yeah.
The animation's just like spot on. Everything is perfect. It's a masterpiece.
Alright, yeah, that's
Alright,
pretty good.
That
Let's
was
play.
epic. That was
Okay.
insane.
Look up Jimmy's new video real quick, because I'm telling you.
Yo, post it
because
for me,
Sears-
bro.
Just look up Jimmy. Just J1
Yo,
and then
yo,
Y.
just
right
put it
there.
in my
One
chat so I
sec,
can
before,
put it
before
up.
we do that, let's watch the 2012 RuneScape.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't
I didn't know we had
post it.
that loaded up. Let's watch it.
Yeah,
I can't
we're gonna,
wait.
we're gonna compare
I'll
the
look at
two.
it.
Same
Okay.
year.
I
by the
swear.
way.
Look at that
Pornhub
dislike.
trailers
Look
are
at that
better.
dislike, dude. Fucking.
It's not too bad.
No,
It's all
this
Is
right.
this,
is
R- is this
okay.
RS3 based then? Yeah.
Yeah, no, this
2012,
was
yes,
pre-
this is pre-OC.
See, yeah.
Look at this trailer, man. It makes me cringe.
I remember this one.
Like a Farmville trailer.
Watching this.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these.
Farmville,
It reminds me of Fortnite graphics, you know?
Yeah, it does. It looks just like it.
They have screenshots of in-game for their fucking cinematic trailer of 2012.
Still decent for
I still
RuneScape
think it's
stuff,
alright, but
could be
yeah.
better.
Yeah, but you're saying decent for RuneScape. Why can't they make a sick cinematic like Diablo or any other Blizzard
Yeah.
game?
Yeah.
You know? And at this point, I X'd out of this video. We're like, we don't really need to watch any more.
Yeah,
but
it's
you
already
can-
a minute
I
into
put Jimmy's link down below here. All right.
Hey,
So
real quick as well, have you guys heard about how I don't know if you've seen the Diablo controversy about how it's only coming to mobile?
I don't know.
Yeah, the Diablo
Yeah.
mobile.
Yeah, dude, and that video got I think 4% like ratio and like 96% dislikes because they only made it for the mobile. And then Blizzard just trying to come back. They're actually making, if you guys are aware about it, they're making an old school World of Warcraft
Yeah.
coming out this summer.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
they've mentioned how they're trying to copy what RuneScape did with the old school
Yeah.
servers as well.
Yeah, and they really should, because I watched the video a while back, only like a week ago, and it was one of the mods. I think it was the guy that was in charge. I can't think what his name was, like the big boss. He said that if they brought back the RuneScape servers 2007, that they predicted it would die out in 6 months, right? RuneScape
yeah.
hasn't died out in 6 months. We're still growing, and I don't know if that's just an anomaly, but I'm not surprised that other games are taking a leap out of that book because
Yeah.
it worked. And the RuneScape 3 compared to 07, 07 has a way stronger player base. Like it's actually insane. I don't know how it's worked out like
I
that.
feel like the bar every month or two, it's just going like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you guys
But
can see that.
it's crazy it's actually worked out because they predicted it would die out in 6 months. That was what one of the mods actually
Yeah, and
said.
it was dying, though.
Yeah, to be fair, it was going downhill, and then it just slowly kept creeping up again. And I feel like the
Yeah.
initial hype of the release of the servers, took its toll, and now it's just going uphill since then.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
with
they've
mobile
done a
release,
lot
too.
of good things, with the game. There
They have
has been
awesome
some
games, but
good
you can't beat
updates.
nostalgia.
Like I feel like there are Yeah, I mean, a lot of people complain that we complain about RuneScape too much, but yeah, it's like there's been some good updates though throughout the years. Just you know, riddled with a lot of other quality of life, you know, low quality memes type of updates, but there's some genuinely high quality updates, you know, like raids, for example, you know, really high quality, like literally brings people to play the game, stuff like that. So
we're talking about old school like advertisements, and we don't even need animations. I just look at Jimmy's intro and it just makes me feel it's not the intro right there, it's just him walking around like a Dumbo.
Oh, what the heck? Why is it?
If there's one thing I've learned in the last
is this
decade of
the
being alive,
you're talking about the intro?
it is that
Yeah.
RuneScape is huge. I mean, just look, check this forest
Look
out.
at how nice
It's
that looks,
big.
dude.
There's a bunch of trees and branches.
Does that not make you feel something inside, bro?
Yo, that's RuneLite OpenGL, baby. Yeah, RuneLite OpenGL, Skybox.
All they would have to do is just some of this shit on advertisements, and you would just get a little nostalgia boner, right?
And look at this castle.
I think Jagex has made a lot of money. They should just flood like a couple $100,000 into promotion, to be fair. I know they have, but they should just keep at it.
Didn't have any substance.
They
Even do
should,
videos like
100%.
this.
Advertise this on
Jim,
Pornhub,
what do you mean
easy.
substance? I mean the stories. The
I'm
NPCs,
feeling something right
the
here, dude.
dialogue that
Would
gives
all
them
of you
the
guys be
background
happy
that the
if the
developers
population
spend
was over
hours
200,000
and
people?
hours
Or would
drafting
that be
up and putting
would that
into the
affect the
game?
If they go in the
economy?
wild, that'd be
Whole
super
town
happy,
is
dude.
far, not
The
paying
bigger
out.
the player base, the better, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, credit to Jimmy over here, the boy that we were supposed to get for a podcast.
Hopefully we'll get him on soon, dude.
Yeah, we'll get him
But
on.
yeah,
He's
That-
probably blocked us all at this point. You've
and
messed it
it's
up
over
us,
for
man.
us, dude. It's over.
You fucked it up, dude.
Alright, back to good old Prime.
Fuck me, dude. Look at his face. Why would you ever make that an animation? Oh man.
Look, back then, 10 years ago, people weren't so you know what I mean? Meme written, bro. This is nothing, you know? This is just a boss shooting a water cannon at you. That's
I
it.
can't get over it, man. I need that face as an emote or something, you know? Just
Yeah,
Mingasm.
Mingasm.
gasm, dude. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful. But yeah, no, I completely agree. I think Jag.
Oh shit, you're cutting off.
Oh, can you switch to
Nice,
OBS,
Dino.
by the way, again?
Yeah, you were. I didn't hear what you said. You got cut off.
Yeah, it cut off for me.
Okay, I said they need to invest some money into advertisement, like 100%.
Yeah, you know what?
And,
The advertisement is dev memo, bro. Every 4 times a year, dev memo up the charts.
I feel like demo mode's really good for Twitch, Jagex related, because you know
It really is.
their stream gets like 50,000 views, which is quite a bit.
It boosts them up like a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
the category.
I'm sure they're
Yeah.
keeping analytics on this for a while now, and from what I can see, just based on you know like the rankings on Twitch and stuff when it happens, I think it's probably one of their most efficient ways to spend money to get people. You know what I'm saying? Because
definitely.
there are some flaws to you know the different types of marketing. Because like you can do like some really broad marketing, right? Like you can have it on Facebook or whatever, but it's really hard for them to probably gauge like just how effective that stuff is, and it probably costs them a lot of money, right? Because then you're using like
I
premium
feel like the
websites.
demo tournaments are run a lot. I feel like they run a decent amount.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they
I think
have a
it's every
stadium,
3 months.
stage, professional
Yeah.
casters. They fly people out.
Yeah.
They have their own little show.
I bet they even rent out that
beforehand,
stage
prize pool. Yeah.
that stage area for a couple.
Yeah,
of
like I think for
Uh-huh.
the money that they spend on it, right, which is 4 times a year, they probably have figured out that this is one of their most effective means, you know, of marketing. Because
Yeah. And with all the new bonds too that people buy for the tournament or to make seasonal accounts, I bet that helps out quite a bit as well.
although yeah, I mean that's like some extra side cash that can definitely be saved up for something. But yeah,
Mhm.
man, it's definitely very effective. As much as people hate it, like because you know it's like a boring game mode, nobody really plays it except for like the diehard players or whatever. But
And I
in
don't
terms
know
of
how they do
marketing,
it.
though, you know, like
Unless
they-
you're making
it's pretty-
videos on it, it's not worth.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
true. I was telling my friend about that. Like, I don't even know. Just that'd be a long freaking grind, especially if you had a job. I don't know how you would
You
balance
wouldn't.
that
You
in.
just have to take
Yeah,
a
you
week
wouldn't.
off.
I didn't even think about that. How many
Basically.
fucking people don't have a job playing RuneScape tourney? I'm gonna make it this year, bro. I'm gonna
Yeah,
make it. No,
yeah,
you're
I
fucking
mean,
not.
you're basically in your teens or early 20s, you know, and you don't have a job at the moment. Or
You
you're on
got
break
health
from a job.
defects at the end, bro. Fucking no insurance.
Yeah.
You know that there's a story of someone, I believe it was mainly World of Warcraft, but it might have been RuneScape back in the day when they had a double XP weekend. There's death cases for people just
Yeah.
shitting and taking pisses in their room, and the methane gas would kill
Oh,
them. I'm not even kidding.
That sucks, dude.
no,
That's
it's
worse
Is that
than.
what killed them?
That's-
I've heard
that's
that.
worse
it
than
was
blood
the methane
clots.
gas from the shit. Maybe it's blood clots too, but I heard a story about
The
that.
Yeah, maybe it's
methane gas
everything.
from the shit. I don't think
The
that's how it
grind.
works.
Man,
Sears. I don't know,
like,
man.
I think I've heard it.
Not being funny, man,
Lot of-
but
lot of blood clots.
if you're gonna sit in your chair and you can't take the 2 minutes to take a shit,
you have a
I'm
problem.
not gonna say they deserved it. But god damn, dude,
But,
like that's
yeah, I
like,
mean,
they were destined to die in some fucked up
Yeah,
way.
like
I'll say
like
that.
1,000 weird
Okay.
ways to die, you know, for sure.
Yeah,
You would
It's
think
like-
after a couple whiffs, they'd be like,
Yeah,
no,
like
I'm
if
good."
you play hardcore for 16 hours a day, fine, I don't really care. But like, man, to just spend 2 minutes out of that, you know, real
Yeah.
quick to.
I'm sorry, Sears. I don't believe people died to smelling their shit. Maybe blood
I
clots.
remember-
There's no way.
I mean,
there's no way
like,
someone's gonna sit
unless-
there like,
Their
little
shit still, but
more,
the
you
whole
know?
room got intoxicated by the methane gas.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Which
means
is
every
a
time someone
highly
goes into a porta
toxic-
potty, they die. you
Yeah,
know what I
unless
mean?
it's
Like,
been stockpiled for a while. You know what I mean?
Every
It
time
was
someone goes to a
stockpiled,
Walmart
dude. Yeah,
bathroom, they're gonna die.
stockpile,
you
like,
know?
the
Just-
Pokemon
Has anyone here pissed in like a Gatorade bottle while they
My
were
dick won't fit.
escaping?
I've almost had to resort to something like that.
I've done
when
that
I
one
was
time in
stuck in New
seventh
York
grade.
You guys
traffic.
stick your dick in the bottle? Because I tried, like, it won't get in there.
I just
you know?
let it
The
out through
Gatorade
my
one,
just-
the
I just
Powerade
hover it
one,
over, dude. I sprinkle it
I-
in.
I don't
Have any of
trust
you
that.
Sprinkle.
have any of you ever pissed your pants while you've been gaming? Like
No.
not even
No.
realized.
I've accidentally shit
Right.
my pants. but
Yeah,
I-
I've had close calls. I mean, I got my own personal stories,
I-
but
Chad,
I'm saying.
I think it's the first fart you trust, and the second fart you're like, it's good to go. Not
Yo,
good to
Racy,
go.
you remember when you told me that one story how you shat yourself and then you had to take off your pants and like throw them in the street and some old dude was
Yeah.
watching you and stuff? Yeah.
Which
Dude,
which
yeah,
one?
well, I told that story actually like a few podcasts back when we had Framed on, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a bit of food poisoning from the barbecue and I slung my fucking boxers filled with shit in someone's garden.
Yo, dude, I have my own, but like, damn, I'm not sure if I want to say these. You know what I'm saying?
Say
Like,
All right,
man.
you have to
wait.
now.
Come on. Dude,
Okay,
if I can
okay,
be
all right. I'll tell you
completely
one
shameless,
story.
you
One
have
of
to
one
too.
of a few. Okay.
One of the
Alright,
few.
One of a few.
I'll tell mine
alright?
afterwards. But it's not
Alright,
about
but
me, so go.
basically, I used to be athletic. All right, before I started doing this stuff like full time, but like back in high school, I used to do a lot of cross country and track, right? So every day after school, I would have to do my mileage, which is run a certain amount of miles, so I can for training. But like sometimes when you go out pretty far, like I'll be like 4 miles out somewhere, and obviously there's like no like random places I know I can take a dump, like, so I don't expect to, right? But sometimes you have like some really bad lunch from school. It's like some really old food or like mac and cheese or whatever. So like I had
Food
one of those
poisoning.
days where I ate some like I think it was like some moldy mac and cheese from school or whatever. I didn't feel it. And then like after school I went for my run. I was like 4 miles out in the woods. And between my school and the woods there's like no houses that like I could possibly just go in and take a dump, right? And like at the very end of like my return, my stomach was like dying, but I was like I can probably run back and by then I'll be at the school. But like I was like in the middle of the streets, like middle of the just the houses everywhere, right? Like out in the public. And it was so bad. I was like, holy shit, like if I don't do it now, I'm like gonna shit myself like really bad. So I was like trying to think, like I was in the middle of a highway basically and like a few houses.
Oh no!
And I was like, where'd I
Squats
go?
down,
There's
takes a
people
shit on the
everywhere.
street.
Yeah, there was like literally people everywhere. But then I see a house with a big ass like pine tree or something on like by the door, by like on the side of the door, and like the leaves were so low, like it almost touched the ground. So I was like, I'm gonna have to go under this dude's tree, under his house, and just let it rip. And that's
That's
what
how
I
you get
did.
shot, man.
Yeah, so I had to go under the tree and just like leave it all out, bro. It was so shit.
Little Christmas
And then
present.
I ran back with like a really wet ass. That was the worst part, bro. I had
That's
to
horrible,
run like
dude.
4 miles
Man.
back, dude. Oh god, I was like, bro, I swear, like if this thing touches my pants, all the way back.
What, was it a nicely mowed lawn? Like the guy
Well, it wasn't like in the backyard. It was in the front, next to the street. But like I said, I was like, you know
Oh,
what?
no.
You know what? The tree got a good coverage, so if I go in the back of the tree, I probably get away, right?
Dude, his
I don't
kids
know if
probably
anybody
play
saw
there
it,
every
but-
morning, man.
Yeah. I swear it's probably still there. It probably decomposed because it's been like 7 years. But like,
It's another tree, dude.
yeah, the tree probably loved that.
Imagine
tree
if
probably-
imagine if one of the kids was like, "Hey, daddy, why Why is there an Asian guy taking a shit on a tree?
But, like, that was the best spot I could get, all right? Because everywhere else was just asphalt and cars.
What if
so...
the guy was like super racist? Like, I knew this would happen. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I probably took the world record dump and I ran straight back so fast. I was like, you know what I mean? I ran a race, basically, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It was supposed to be a chill run, but, dude, it was...
I don't know if we have time for another.
Yeah. It was
We got
really
time for one more. We got time for one more. We've always got time for a shit story. Let's hear it.
All right. So my friend Thomas, dude, it was back in high school, and he used to do shit to make me laugh. And his like glassless pizza place. He just do this shit in front of the customers, and they're like freaking the fuck out. I'm giggling. So we're walking back home, and he's like, "Dude, I gotta fart." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "I'm gonna go fart in front of people and scare them." I'm like,
oh my god.
I wouldn't recommend it, but I'll watch. So he runs up, and then he just stops. And I'm like, what's going on? Why did you just stop, dude? You didn't do your thing.
Himself.
So I walked over and he goes, dude, I shit myself. And I'm like, no, you did it. And he points down to his leg and I just see dripping down his leg. And I'm like, like you are the grossest fuck I've ever met.
That's disgusting.
So, and I'm not even kidding. We were walking down the street because he had to get his shit changed. My boy Richard rides down with his bike. He goes, "What's up, boys?" I'm like, dude, Thomas shit himself. He goes, "Nah." I point to his leg. He goes, "Oh, that's nasty as fuck." So he rides home, which is literally down the block. And so we're walking down. He's walking real slow. He's not trying to soil himself more.
Yeah, he's not trying to let it out.
Richard's mom fucking walks out on the fucking front porch. She was a big lady. You could see her waving. You just hear, "What's up, shit shoes?" And Thomas just had his head infused, like, dude, and they're just laughing at him as he's walking in his own shit. Oh, mate.
I got one shit story as well, if we're okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
of
go
course.
for it.
So actually, I
Go
got
for
two
it.
of them. I'll keep them short. So the first one, only time I've ever shot myself was middle school, where there was a slumber party, and we were playing at the school, and my friend that we were sleeping at is close, or his house is like 5-minute walk or something, but we were playing there too long, and I just had the shit so bad. I held it in because I didn't want to be the kid that's like, I'm gonna ditch you guys and go to the bathroom. So I just held it in too long, and I told him, I was like, damn, I actually have to shit bad. So I start waddling back to his house, and right when I reach the front door, I shit myself 10 feet from the bathroom. My mom had to come bring me new pants and everything. We went to the slumber party. It was pretty fucking embarrassing. Then this other story, though, this one's actually pretty good. In 8th grade, we were all on the wrestling team, and we were at this other school named Marshall, and we were in the locker room, and one of my friends thought it'd be funny, there was like 5 of us, to shit in the bathroom shower stall, but then one of the other kids took the shit with like toilet paper and put it in some guy's shoe, just a random shoe from the other team.
That kid's in jail now. That kid's in jail.
That's fucked up.
Of course,
Snitch.
the rumors spread, and our coaches found out and whatnot, and some guy named Cheesy, some fat Mexican kid, told on us, and we all got kicked off the wrestling team. And the person that actually shot in the shoes had to buy the kid new Jordans, and freaking we had to write a huge letter of apology to the parents, the kid, and the principal and the coach, and we all got kicked off the wrestling team, like 6 of us.
Dude, that wasn't even an accidental shit story. That was like on
No,
purpose.
it wasn't. It was an intentional.
Intentional
That's
shit
funny.
story. That's a new one. That's a new one.
Man,
I've got so many stories about having to write apologies to people at school, but we'll leave it for next time.
Yeah,
Next
next
time.
time.
Fucking cracking ones,
yeah.
honestly. Right,
On the next time.
Sears, where can the people find you, my friend? What are your social medias? Shout yourself out.
Sears RS on Twitter, and then Sears RS on Twitch, and then Sears on YouTube. That basic.
Beautiful.
Check it out.
All
Check it
right.
out.
Check it out in the
Guys, make sure you
description.
look down in the description. Subscribe to the man.
Yeah, we'll
How
have
many,
Sears YouTube link annotated at the end as well. Yeah.
How many YouTube subs have you got right now, Sears? Because you're getting
Almost
close
at
to 100K.
86. Yeah, dude, I was almost
Nice.
gonna pass you up, bro, but you just snuck up really hard, and
Yeah.
roll with
Just
what
give
we
me
go.
a word.
You've always been ahead of me.
All right, guys. We'll leave you with a clean tip. All right. If you're in the shower and you feel dirty, downward dog, spread your cheeks and let the shower beam hit you right there. All right. We'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for having me on the podcast as well, dude. That was a lot of fun. Do appreciate it,
Thanks
guys.
for coming on, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
for
you
sure.
very much, dude.
Bye bye, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Tell your grandma.